Peppa Pig and a busy day at school. It's Special Talent Day at school, and Peppa is very excited. She has many different talents, so she hasn't decided which one to share.
Wow!
Maybe I will jump rope, says Peppa, or sing or dance. Mummy Pig, Daddy Pig, Peppa and George eat a good pancake breakfast. They get in the car and go to school. Peppa's friends have already arrived. Pedro Pony, Candy Cat and Rebecca Rabbit are there.
Hooray!
Good morning, says Madame Gazelle. Are you ready for Special Talent Day? We'll share our talents this afternoon, but first we have a very busy day. The class practices counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, begins Madame Gazelle. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, shouts the class. Then Madame Gazelle asks the class to name things that begin with each letter of the alphabet. A. Apple. B. Balloon. C. Cake. D. Dinosaur. E. Eggs. F. Fish. G. Guitar. H. Hat. I for ice cream. J for jam. K for kite. L for ladder. M for monkey. N for newspaper. O for owl. P for pizza. Q for queen. R for rocket. S for scooter. T for truck. U for umbrella. V for violin. W for watermelon. X for xylophone. Y for yarn. And Z for Zoe Zebra. Then it's time to play store. Peppa and Susie are the shopkeepers. What would you like? asked Peppa. Do you have any cookies? asked Danny Dog. No, says Peppa. But we do have a toy telephone that will be $1. Thank you, says Danny Dog. Do you have a loaf of bread? asked Pedro Pony. No, says Peppa, but we do have a dollhouse. Well, okay, says Pedro Pony. What can I buy for $100? asked Rebecca Rabbit. How about a carrot? says Peppa. Everyone laughs. Next, it's time to paint. Peppa wants to teach George how to paint a flower.
Wow!
Make a circle, says Peppa. George paints a green circle. Then he paints a green zigzag line. That's not right, George, says Peppa. George keeps painting. Madame Gazelle looks at Peppa's painting. What a lovely flower, she says. And George has painted a dinosaur. Perfect. At lunchtime, Peppa and George eat sandwiches with Danny Dog. There's watermelon for dessert. There's a new tire swing and Peppa wants to try it out. She squeezes in. Help! She cries. I'm stuck! Oh no! Peppa looks funny in the swing, but Peppa doesn't think being stuck is funny. Her friends try to help. They pull and pull and pull. Out comes Peppa. Let's play on the slide, she says. It's time for music, 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 sings Madame Gazelle. Everyone choose an instrument. Danny chooses the bongo drums. Look, I've got cymbals, says Rebecca. Zoe gets maracas. Freddie chooses a triangle. And Pedro has a tambourine. Everyone plays together. Boom, bang, crash. Oh my, cries Madame Gazelle. That sounds a bit more like noise than music. Let's go one at a time. Then each of you can join in. Ding, 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 goes the triangle. Boom, 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 goes Peppa's bass drum. Bang, 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 go the bongo drums. Crash, 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 go the cymbals. Shaka, 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 go the maracas. Lovely, says Madame Gazelle. Finally, it is time for special talent. Everyone takes a turn. Danny Dog's special talent is drumming. Bang, bang, bang. Pedro Pony does a magic trick. Everyone closes their eyes and he makes a glass of water disappear. Hooray! Zoe Zebra sings. Candy Cat jumps rope. Oh no, thinks Peppa. Now I can't do either of those. It's a good thing I'm good at dancing too. Then Susie Sheep gets up. I'm going to dance, she says. Oh no, says Peppa. What's the matter? asks Madame Gazelle. I don't have a special talent that hasn't been done already, says Peppa. Of course you do, says Madame Gazelle. Think of something you really like to do. Peppa is quiet. She thinks. Then she smiles. I know, she says. She grabs her boots. Follow me. I'm the best at jumping in muddy puddles. Peppa jumps in a muddy puddle. Then everyone jumps in muddy puddles. This has been a very good day at school, says Peppa. And it has. The end. Peppa Pig, George's balloon. Peppa and George are driving home with Granny and Grandpa Pig when they see Miss Rabbit's ice cream stall. Let's stop for an ice cream, says Granny Pig. Why not, says Grandpa Pig. I think we deserve it. Peppa, Granny and Grandpa Pig choose their ice cream. George is next. Dinosaur! Rawr! Says George. I think George wants a dinosaur balloon, says Miss Rabbit. All right, how much is it? Grandpa Pig says. £10, please, says Miss Rabbit. Grandpa Pig thinks the balloon is a bit expensive, but he buys it for George. Hold on tight to it, Miss Rabbit says. But George lets go and the balloon starts to float away. Grandpa Pig quickly grabs the string. This is very valuable, George. I'll hold on to it on the way home, says Grandpa Pig. Outside Granny and Grandpa Pig's house, George plays with his balloon. George, says Peppa, this is an up balloon, and if you let it go again, it will go up to the moon. Moon, cries George. and he lets the balloon go. The balloon goes up and up, but Grandpa Pig catches it just in time. Peppa and George have gone indoors to keep the balloon safe. "Hello, Polly," says Peppa. "George has got a new balloon." "Ah!" cries Polly. "Balloon!" Both Polly and George love the balloon. "Oh no!" cries George, letting go of the balloon. The balloon floats all the way out the door, up the stairs, and into the attic. "Don't worry, it's safe in here," says Peppa. "Don't worry," says Grandpa Pig as they follow the balloon up the ladder. "The only way out of the attic is the window, and the window is always shut." But the window is not shut. The balloon escapes outside. "Your balloon is going to the moon, George," says Peppa. Cries George. Just then, Daddy Pig arrives to take them home. "Oh dear," says Daddy Pig. "There must be some way we can get the balloon back," cries Granny Pig. "Balloon!" says Polly Parrot. Polly flies high up into the sky and catches the balloon string in her beak. "Polly to the rescue!" cries Grandpa Pig. Polly Parrot has saved the day. "Hooray!" cheers George. "Who's a clever Polly?" says Granny Pig. "Who's a clever Polly?" repeats Polly Parrot. "George, don't let go of your balloon again," says Peppa. Daddy Pig has an idea. "I'll tie the balloon to your wrist, George," he says. "That will stop it floating away." George is very happy. He loves his balloon. Everyone loves George's balloon. The Peppa Pig, Peppa's Bubble Fun. Peppa and George are blowing bubbles in their drinks. "What noisy little piggies," says Daddy Pig. "Let's blow bubbles in the garden," shouts Peppa. Mummy Pig shows George how to make bubbles by waving the bubble stick around. "Bubbles!" cries George. Daddy Pig makes a bucket of bubble mixture.
Wow!
He runs down the hill with an old tennis racket, making huge bubbles. "Come on, everyone," cries Daddy Pig. Oh no! Daddy Pig slipped and fell. "Are you okay, Daddy Pig?" asked Mummy Pig. "Yes, I'm fine," says Daddy Pig. Choo! Daddy Pig sneezes and makes the biggest bubble ever. "Look, the bubble mixture has made the puddle all bubbly," cries Peppa. Everyone loves jumping up and down in muddy, bubbly puddles. Hooray! The end. Peppa Pig and the I Love You game. "It's Valentine's Day," says Mummy Pig. "What's that?" asks Peppa. "That's the day we celebrate everything we love," says Mummy. "We can play the I Love You game."
Wow!
"Ooh," says Peppa. "I love games. I'll go first." I love my birthday and balloons and birthday cake and blowing out the candles, says Peppa. I love playing dress up. I love you, Cookies. What do you love, George? Asked Granny Pig. Dinosaur, says George. Rainbows, calls Peppa. I love rainbows. Peppa also loves reading books and dancing.
Wow.
I love spiders, says Peppa. I love you, Mr. Skinny Legs. Oh no, says Daddy Pig, not me. I do not love spiders. I don't even like them. Daddy Pig loves his movie camera. Action, he says. Mummy Pig loves her sparkly pink dress.
Wow.
What do you love, Granny Pig? Asked Peppa. I love my blackberry bush and picking berries, she says. And I love your blackberry pie, says Daddy Pig. I know what you love, Grandpa Pig, says Peppa. Your boat. Grandpa Pig loves going to the amusement park. So does George. Dinosaur, says George. Oh, George, says Peppa, you love lots of other things. What about vegetables? George nods. Dinosaur, he says. Well, I love lots of things, says Peppa. I love Susie Sheep. And I love Madame Gazelle and Goldie. I love picnics and the ducks. And planting seeds in Grandpa Pig's garden.
Wow.
I love making pancakes, says Daddy Pig. Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig have more ideas too.
Hooray!
And I love when Daddy Pig makes pancakes, says Mummy Pig. Don't forget about Polly Parrot, says Granny Pig. Oh yes, says Grandpa Pig. We all love Polly. Ah, says Polly. I love playing my drum and drawing pictures, says Peppa. I love you, Pizza. Is that all? Asked Mummy Pig. Are you sure there isn't anything else? Well, says Peppa, there is one more thing. Muddy puddles! I see, says Mummy. Is that what you love most of all? Peppa thinks for a moment. Most of all? She smiles. That's easy. What I love most of all is jumping in muddy puddles with everyone I love. The end. Peppa Pig, Shake, Rattle and Bang. Peppa and her friends are at playgroup. Today, children, we are going to learn about instruments that you shake, rattle and bang, says Madame Gazelle. First, choose an instrument from the music room.
Wow.
The excited children run into the music room. They already know a lot of the instruments, but some they have never seen before. I've got a big drum, says Peppa. Ah, the bass drum, replies Madame Gazelle. Peppa marches around the room, hitting it with 2 drumsticks. The bass drum is very loud. Freddy Fox has found something a bit quieter. This is a triangle, he tells everyone. My dad sells these in boxes of 10. Thank you, Freddy, says Madame Gazelle. I will remember that. What are those? asks Emily Elephant. These are castanets, says Madame Gazelle. My dad sells them in boxes of 5, says Freddy. Madame Gazelle shows Emily how to play the castanets by tapping the wooden pieces together. Rebecca Rabbit tries the cymbals. Now you know what your instruments sound like. We can play them all together, says Madame Gazelle. First, Madame Gazelle teaches the children how to listen to each other and keep in time by clapping their hands. Well done, everyone, says Madame Gazelle. Now we will learn to play our instruments together. Hooray! The parents come to pick up their children. May I present the Shake, Rattle and Bang Orchestra, says Madame Gazelle. Peppa and her friends play the tune wonderfully. Bravo! Shouts Daddy Pig. Madame Gazelle asks the parents to join the band. She used to teach them when they were little. All the parents choose an instrument. Daddy Pig sets up the drums and sits behind them. It's quite hard, Daddy, says Peppa, showing him how she bangs her drum. It is Daddy Pig's turn. He plays perfectly. You can play the drums, gasps Peppa. I am a bit of an expert at drumming, replies Daddy Pig. Now for a tune, says Madame Gazelle. She picks up a guitar and jumps onto the stage. All the parents and children play along with her. My daddy can shake, rattle and bang, says Peppa proudly. The end. Peppa Pig, Zoe Zebra. This is Peppa's friend, Zoe Zebra. Zoe's daddy is the postman.
Wow! Hello, Peppa,
says Zoe.
This letter is for you.
Hooray! Thank you, Zoe, says Peppa. Zoe has twin baby sisters called Zaza and Zuzu.
Zaza and Zuzu want to join in with the big girls' sleepover,
says Zoe.
Ah,
says Peppa.
They are so sweet and little.
Zoe has a lovely princess outfit. She puts it on when Peppa comes to play.
I'm Princess Zoe,
says Zoe. Peppa snorts.
And I am Princess Peppa.
Zoe's mummy does pottery. Sometimes she lets Zoe and Peppa do pottery too.
Hooray! Let's make teacups,
says Peppa.
Good idea,
agrees Zoe. Peppa has lots of fun with her friend Zoe. Zoe's favourite thing is cuddling her toy monkey and having tea parties with Peppa.
Wow! Hooray!
Peppa loves Zoe Zebra. Everyone loves Zoe Zebra. The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for more.